فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدى هدى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلال وكل ضلالة في النار. We look at the book of Allah Azza wa Jalla, like everything in our religion, we look at the authentic sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as it relates to the shaitan and the Iblees, then everything we need to know is in the Quran and the Sunnah. And it's not permissible for a Muslim to take what's been mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah and to put it on the side and then to accept and embrace what Christianity or Judaism or any other religion says about Iblees. So as we were growing up in the West, your children are here, they watch cartoons. The cartoons show that Iblees is an angel and he's a fallen angel. It's very easy for your child to believe that khurafat, that goes against the religion. If the mother and the father is not on top of the kid, teaching them these issues. But as a Muslim, as it relates to Iblees, everything we need to know about him has been explained in our religion. So there's an issue that presents itself, an ishkal that some people have. It's a misunderstanding. And it comes from the Quran and it comes from the Sunnah, but you're not understanding it the right way. And that's also imperative that we understand as Muslims. We have to understand the Quran and the Sunnah the way Allah intended them to be understood. Not the way you want to understand, I want to understand. So the question that presents itself is, there are a group of people who are of the understanding that Iblees can't hurt you. That Iblees cannot physically kill you while you're standing there, or you're driving a car, or your child. Iblees can't kill your child. That all Iblees has the ability to do is just to make wiswas. That's it. Some people understand like that. And they take the Quran and the Sunnah, what's authentic, and they understand it that way. I say this, ala ras wal ayn, that's from the Quran and the Sunnah. But you're not understanding it the right way. You're not understanding the correct context. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran that he said to Iblees, Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan illa min ittaba'aka min al-ghaween. Ya Iblees, my servants who have ikhlas and taqwa and deen and tawakkul and yaqeen, my servants who have istiqamah, they're practicing the religion, you don't have any ability over them. You can't do anything to them except the ones that are astray and they follow you. So Iblees can harm people. He can even harm the one who has taqwa even. But he won't give the shaitan a tasallut over you. So some people take ayat of the Quran and they say, nah, this can't happen. I'm telling you right here, Iblees can possess you. You're a normal person right now. Iblees can make you majnoon. Iblees can cause you to drive your car head on to oncoming traffic and kill yourself and kill people. He has the ability to do that. Can make you jump off of a building. Can make you throw your child out of the moving car. He can do all of that. But he only can do that by the qadr of Allah. Allah allowed him to do that. So there's another verse in the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that Iblees said to the people, and this is the dalil that they use, وَمَا كَانَ لِي عَلَيْكُم مِّن سُلْطَانٍ إِلَّا أَن دَعَوْتُكُمْ فَاسْتَجَبْتُمْ لِي فَلَا تُلُومُونِي وَلُومُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. There's a dalil that they use to show shaitan can only make wiswas. That's it. The ayah said that shaitan will say to the people, I don't have any power over you. All I have the ability is to give dawah, to call you, make wiswas. And you listen to me. You listen to me. So don't blame me, blame yourself. So the people take that ayat of the Quran and say, look, it's clear all he can do is wiswas. Can't make you do anything, can't come inside of you. for a Muslim to believe that shaitan can make you majnoon, some Muslims believe that this is backwards. Some Muslims will never accept it because this is what non-Muslims believe. White people don't believe that. Europeans don't believe that. How can you be a person who's mutaqaddam in your afkar and you believe some nonsense like that? No, as a Muslim, we believe that. Another dalil that they use from the Quran to show Iblees can't hurt you. No, Iblees can't hurt you. Iblees can kill your kid. May Allah Ta'ala protect us. Is that Allah mentioned in the Quran, Inna kayd ash-shaytani kana da'ifa. The plot of shaitan is weak. Allah said that the plot of shaitan is weak. So how can he help you? Ya akhi, the plot of shaitan is weak when it comes to the awliya of Allah. When it comes to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, shaitan plotted and he planned. Yakiduna laka kayda. They try to plot and they plan. Wallahu khayrul makirin. Allah is the best of those who plot and plan. When shaitan tries to plot and plan against the anbiya, his plot is weak. When he tries to plot and plan against the one who prays 5 prayers every day, his plan is weak. When the shaitan plots and plans and he tries to destroy Islam in totality, in this dunya today, tomorrow, yesterday, his plan is weak. The aqibah is to the muttaqeen. So you understand in the ayat, shaitan's plan is weak. Just like that, where you get that from? Now from that ayat, there are over 1 billion Bani Adam in the world today. And the Prophet told us, in the shaitan yajri fi Bani Adam majra dam. Shaitan is circulated in all of Adam's children, the way their blood circulates. Everywhere there's a human being, shaitan is there, simultaneously. And you talking about he's weak? These people in this first row, as an example, we're going to leave them. We always use the people in the first row. The people in the middle row, you come and tell each and every one of them, shaitan's plot and plan is weak. He has all of us jammed up, all of us with challenges. If someone came and told me in my face, shaitan is weak and his plan is weak, and Allah said that, I'm going to say, I don't make takveeb of the book of Allah, but you're not going to tell me in my life, shaitan is weak. You're not going to tell me about my son who put tattoos on his arms and his that shaitan is weak. You're not going to tell me that. Shaitan is weak has a meaning to it. That he's weak, his plan is weak, as it relates to the mukhlasin, al-muttaqeen, al-mu'mineen, al-multazimeen. And there are a lot of adillah. 1 million people in Iraq were killed as a result of the foreign policy of this nonsense and this madness of Obama and other than him. Over 1 million Muslims, Iraqis, were killed over the live weapons of mass destruction. Over 1 million. You're telling me that's a weak plan? You're telling me that? So the waqi' that we're living goes to show shaitan's plan ain't weak. It's not weak. It's weak in what Allah was saying in a context. From what the people use as a dalil to show the weakness of the shaitan. And as I mentioned, there are a lot of things. The companion was with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His horse started to uncooperate with him. Didn't cooperate. And it bucked and raised up. And the man fell over and hit himself, hurt himself. He got up and said, Ta'isa shaitan. May shaitan be cursed. May Allah deal with shaitan. Ta'isa, I want to get back at him. Rasulullah told that man, La taqul ta'isa shaitan. Don't say that when something happens to you. You kick your foot, you hit your finger, you bite your tongue while you're chewing, and you become upset, especially the people who have anger management issues, punch the wall. You do something bad and you really feel remorse and regret. And you say something like, may Allah curse me. May Allah destroy me. Don't say stuff like that. Don't say, Ta'isa shaitan. He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنَّكَ إِذَا قُلْتَهَا فَإِنَّهُ يَتَعَاظَمْ حَتَّى يَكُونْ مِثْلُ الْجَبَلِ وَيَقَالْ بِقُوَّتِي وَلَكِنْ قُلْ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّكَ إِذَا قُلْتَهَا إِنَّهُ يَتَصَاغَرْ حَتَّى يَكُونْ مِثْلُ الذُّبَابِ. If something happens to you like that, Abdullah, don't say curse of Allah be upon shaitan, because if you say that, shaitan will become large and big until he becomes like a big mountain. And then shaitan says, this happened by my ability, that I made him bite his tongue, kick his foot, hit someone, he's in jail. That mistake, I made him do that. The Rasul said, don't say that, but instead say Bismillah. You drop something, Bismillah. You kick something, Bismillah. He said, if you say Bismillah, you cause shaitan to shrink until he becomes small like a fly. So the person says, look at this. Shaitan becomes small like a fly. Can't hurt anybody, small like a fly. Yeah, akhi, you misunderstood that hadith. What that hadith is saying is, when one of us makes a mistake, may Allah forgive us, everybody here makes mistakes. Don't say it was shaitan's fault. If you say it's shaitan's fault, shaitan is farhan, afrahtuhu. You made him happy. You made him happy because it's your fault, Abdullah. You smoked the blunt, you smoked the joint, you drank, you did the zina, you did the riba, you did it. You did it. And if you don't say astaghfirullah wa tubu ilayh, shaitan is happy. But when you make tawbah, and he sees that you're not blaming someone else, he becomes small and ineffective. Don't use that as a dalil that shaitan is weak from what the people say. And there are a lot of ayat and ahadith. Sitru ma bayna a'yunul jinn wa awrat bani adam idha dakhala ahadukum al-khala an yaqul bismillah. If you want to stop the shaitan from being able to see your aura and the aura of your wife, I don't know about you, but Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a man who had jealousy for his wife. He was not letting his wife go outside and people can see her hair. That's not the deen of al-Islam. It's the man's responsibility to have jealousy and protection over his wife. Not from the culture only. Some people, they have a culture where they have that. They have that in the culture, but it's only culture. It's not religious. If you do something, you disrespect a girl, she goes out, she gets married, she makes zina, we do an honor killing. Honor killing, man, 2021, you should have taught her religion. You should have protected her. But the jealousy for our women is from the deen. I don't support, I don't condone that honor killing that we talk about in the UK. Just because she didn't agree to marry her cousin, they go back to the country and kill a girl and her mother and her father, who happens to be the boy's aunt and uncle. So in Islam, we have that. The Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when your wife takes off her clothes, my wife, my daughter, your daughters, when you take off your clothes, when you get naked, the shayateen are there. From what Allah told us about those shayateen, إِنَّهُ يَرَاكُمْ هُوَ قَبِيلُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا تَرَوْنَهُ. Ya Muhammad, Iblees and his qabil, his tribe. He has a tribe. He has friends. He has ansar. Shaitan and his followers, his helpers, they see you in your community from where you don't see them. You talking about that's weak? Can you imagine the enemy that you can't see and you know that he's there? Because Allah told us that he's an aduwwun mubin, a clear, open enemy. And you can't see him. They see you from where you don't see them. So the Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you don't want the shaitan to see your aura, all you have to do is say Bismillah. And the shaitan can't see the aura. Who in his right mind would allow his wife to dress and undress in front of the window, knowing people are looking at her and looking at her mahasin? Who in his right mind would allow that? Well, they're shayateen, al-ins with jinn. If you say Bismillah, the shayateen of the ins, they can't see your mahasin, the mahasin of your wife. So therefore, he must be weak, because the word Bismillah makes him not able. Hey, brother, you misunderstood that hadith. The meaning of that is the dhikr of Allah, it will help you over shaitan, inshallah. It's like the AK-47. And I don't want anybody leaving here talking about Abu Usamah said go buy AK-47 and join ISIS. I didn't say that. The AK-47 is a powerful weapon, or any gun, 9mm Glock, AK-47. If you pull a trigger, it will shoot. But there is a safety on there. All you have to do is clip it. Once you clip that easy safety, that powerful gun is not going to do anything, inshallah. That's the dhikr of Allah. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. If you make the dhikr of Allah, the dhikr of Allah will disengage and render incapable of shaitan in some things. The mother makes the adhan, he runs away. Read Surah Al-Baqarah, he runs away. That doesn't mean he's weak. That doesn't mean he's weak. How can you even say that to yourself? I'm asking each and every one. How do you say that to yourself? How do you believe shaitan can't hurt you and harm you? Just look at all our lives. Look at everybody's life in here. So yes, that hadith is authentic. And I'm not just telling you this hadith as an explanation that it doesn't mean shaitan is weak. I'm telling you this hadith as well to say to you, to say Bismillah. We take your clothes off. If you're really a man in Islam, الرجال قوامون على النساء. Men are over their women. How in the world can a man not say to his wife, I don't want any man seeing you without your hijab on? And then he's lackadaisical in this teaching of Islam. So there are many issues, Ikhwani, but the last one I want to mention, and it's important as well, is that the Prophet says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when it becomes Maghrib time, إِذَا جُنِحَ اللَّيْلُ, if it's Maghrib time and the sun goes down, he says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, كُفُّوا سِبْيَانَكُمْ فِإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانِ يَنْتَشِرُ فِي الْأَرْضِ حِينَئِذٍ. When Maghrib time comes and the sun sets, bring your children inside. Bring your children close. Don't leave them outside playing at that time, even in the summertime. It's disliked. I don't say it's haram. Now, if you're out there with them, it's better. But this is the time shaitan starts going around. From what we know about shaitan is that he has a arsh. He has a throne. Every day, his shayateen go out every morning. And they come back at the end of the day. What did you do? You said, I made a man do this. What did you do? I made a man, what do you do? What do you do, man? What do you do? What did you do? I made a man divorce his wife. Right here in this masjid. How many people have been divorced? Right here in this masjid. How many people have problems with their family right now? Shaitan can't hurt you. Shaitan can't, what? Are you serious? That's what the ayah said of the Quran. He taught the people. Harut and Marut taught the people. How do you make division between a man and a woman? And shaitan loves that from his throne. But after Maghrib, wherever Maghrib is in the world, Maghrib here, 5 hours here, we're in front of America. Maghrib time here in America, wherever he is, he starts to go around. Prophet Muhammad said, bring your kids in. Bring your kids in. And then he said, close the doors. Close the windows. Any pots and pans you have, put a top over the pot and pan. خَمِّرُوا أَوَانِيَكُمْ. Your pots and utensils, take a piece of cloth and put it over your cups. Why did he say that? He said because shaitan cannot open up a door that's closed. Shaitan can't open up a window that's closed. He's naive. He can't take something that's closed. So that's a clear proof that he's weak. Yahi, that doesn't mean shaitan is weak. All around he's weak. That means that we learn. We don't say that it's a shaitan, because when we say that, we make him bigger. We make him think and feel that we don't take responsibility, that nothing can happen except by Allah. So he gets big-headed because we made him like that. But the Muslim looks at this issue and he says, the reality of shaitan is, he can't beat me if Allah is with me. As it relates to strength of shaitan, in addition to what I mentioned, and there are many things, I just mentioned one dalil for you. And that is what Allah said in the Quran. قال إفريت من الجن أنا آتيك به قبل أن تقوم من مقامك. Sulaiman said, who will bring me the throne of the Queen of Sheba? Not Bilqis. We don't have any hadith that said Bilqis. She's the Queen of Seba, the Queen of Sheba. Who will bring me her throne? There was a Ifrit. What's an Ifrit? He's one of them powerful jinns. He's the kind of jinn that's tied up in Ramadan. As for the regular jinn, they're not tied up. Why do people make zeen in Ramadan? Why do people drink kham in Ramadan? Because shaitan is there. But the Ifrit, the powerful ones, they're the ones who are tied up. So Sulaiman, who can bring you with all of you my army? Who can bring me her throne? The powerful jinn said, I'll bring you her throne before you get up and you move from this place. Where is her throne at? Her throne was in Yemen. And Sulaiman is in Beit al-Maqdis in Sham. Even today, they're not going to bring a throne from Yemen to Beit al-Maqdis in Sham. Before you get up, Sulaiman, I do that. Shaitan is weak. That was an Ifrit. That's not even Shaitan. That's Ifrit. And he was clearly a believer under the authority of Sulaiman. Salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. From what showed us Shaitan is not weak, ikhwani, is the fact that the Prophet says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, there is not a child that is born, except that when he's born, Shaitan goes to every child that ever been born and pokes him in his stomach. And then the child screams out, hollering, except Maryam and her son. How can Shaitan be weak? And he did it to you, did it to every, declared war on everybody here. That I'm here to destroy you. And you're talking about he's weak? There's a famous book called The Art of War that was written by a Chinese guy, a general. And one of the arts of war, one of the lessons, never underestimate your enemy. Don't look at someone that says he has no power, got more money than him, I'm smarter, and you underestimate him. Don't do that. You're underestimating Iblees. He touched everybody and said, I'm going to destroy you. Prophet Muhammad told everybody here, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you married, when you're going to have relationships with your wife, you should say, Allahumma, jannibna shaitan, wa jannib shaitan ma razaqtana. Oh my Lord, protect me and my wife from the shaitan. And if we have a baby right now, protect our baby from shaitan. Anyone who says that dua, that baby will be divinely protected. Many people don't say the dua, although they know the dua. They don't say the dua. If he can't hurt you and it's a baby, why say that dua? Because he can hurt that child. You want to see how he can hurt that child? The Prophet was traveling, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One of the companions said, there was Abu Malih. A lady came and brought her baby to the Nabi of Islam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, her baby. And said, Ya Rasulullah, my son has been touched. Rasulullah took the little boy, held the boy up, and everybody was watching. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ukhruj, ya aduwallah, ukhruj, ana Rasulullah. Hey, you enemy of Allah, get out of the boy. Hey, you enemy of Allah, I'm the messenger of Allah, so get out of the boy. And he got out. And he gave the lady the boy, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and said, meet me when I come back. Inshallah, I need travel. When the Prophet was coming back, the lady came out. She came out with a ram, 2 goats, and some ghee. And she gave it to him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said, since you left, Ya Rasulullah, nothing from the boy except khayr. Nothing from the boy except khayr. So the Muslim is the individual who, he takes the Quran and the Sunnah, and he takes it in its totality. He just doesn't take a part of the ayat, a part of what's, no, he has to take it in its totality. Waylun lil musallin. Woe unto those who pray. And that's it. We tell people don't pray? That's not. Well, what about the ayat that came before it? What about the ayat that came after it? What about the ayat in the other 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 surahs? What about the ahadith that explained it? What about that? أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ونسأل الله تعالى التوفيق والسداد. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا وطيبا مباركا فيه. From the clearest delil that shaitan can hurt you is the ayah that everybody knows. الذين يأكلون الربا لا يقومون إلا كما يقوم الذي يتخبطه الشيطان من المس. Very good people in this masjid, under this masjid, who devour usury. You take riba and you look at it as being small and it's nothing. I'm here, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm going to tell each and every one of you, you have a mortgage, don't listen to Amr, Bakr, and Zayd min al-Nas. Don't listen to these people from the Awam. Any issue you have about your job, about riba, these issues that are going to affect your life, don't ask regular Amr, Bakr, and Zayd. And don't ask the Mulvi Saab, hocus pocus. Give me $1,000 and I'll let you do whatever. No. Go to people who know this religion and they have taqwa. Because you don't have to give up your mortgage like that just because Amr said it. It may not even be wise for you to do that. No, I don't support this riba. It's a kabira from the kaba'ir. But also a kabira from the kaba'ir is for you to take knowledge from a jahil who will kill you and destroy you and make life for you and others unnecessarily difficult. So don't get the issue confused and conflated. Don't go to every Amr, Bakr, and Zayd to ask them questions about these kinds of issues. So the ayah said, those people from amongst us who take riba, when Yom Al-Qiyamah comes and they stand up, the only way they're going to stand up is like the one that shaitan attacked him. He's going to be delirious off of the square. People are going to be drunk, but they're not drunk. So shaitan will make him, yatakhabbatuhu shaitan. Shaitan attacked him. So Yom Al-Qiyamah, he'll get up. He won't know right from left, who's his mother, who's his father. The reality, he's just worried about what's going on. The ayah goes to show that shaitan attacks you, Ya Abdullah. Attacks you to the degree where you become masroor, majnoon. Now in concluding, I am not standing up here telling you, you get a nosebleed, shaitan, shaitan. You get a headache, shaitan, shaitan. You get an arm, shaitan, shaitan. No, it's a shaitan. Everything is not shaitan. The horse went up like that because that's his nature. That's his nature. You kicked your foot because you wasn't paying attention. Or you got a big foot. That's why you kicked your foot. You got a big foot. Shaitan, shaitan. You smoked that blunt. You smoked that blunt. You smoked that blunt because you wanted to smoke that blunt. No doubt shaitan has something to do with that, but you can't blame him. La فَلَا تَلُومُونِي لُومُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Don't blame me, shaitan's going to say, but blame yourselves. Ummah al-Islam, shaitan is weak. And that he's weak if we hold on to the deen, inshallah. Prophet Muhammad was praying. While he was praying, a companion saw he did his hand like that. Why you do that, Ya Rasulullah? Shaitan came to me while I was praying and tried to burn me. That's the Nabi of Islam. He tried to burn me. I stand on this minbar, for an example. There could be someone in the masjid say, I don't like this man just because of his color. It could be. Shaitan is not weak like that. Shaitan is everywhere that Bani Adam is. But our Nabi, our Rasul, he showed us how to deal with him. He said everybody has a Kareem. Everybody has a shaitan, along with two angels, to tell him to do bad. They said, what about you, Ya Rasulullah? He said, I have one too. But Allah caused mine to become a Muslim. And mine's only tell me to do what's right. He is the Sayyid of Bani Adam. And yet shaitan tried to hurt him. Think he ain't going to hurt us. May Allah Ta'ala divinely protect us from the shaitan al-rajim. May Allah Ta'ala protect our women and our children from shaitan al-rajim. May He give us iltizam on this deen. May Allah purify our monies. May Allah purify our niyat. May Allah Ta'ala make al-Islam the religion that means something to us. We help to put this religion forward in this city. Aqim as-salat yarhamakumullah.
Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.